What? 팀장님 살려주세요. 이게 뭐야?
익숙해질 거야.
What's up, kitty? So welcome to our channel, and as you cuties know, our New Year's resolution is to get back to our DIY K-pop closet. Yes. But we gave a little more twist to it to make it more fun for you cuties, which is we're going to transform our hair too. Basically, we're head to toe. Yeah, duplicating the entire thing, which includes the hair as well. So Captain Jose from Lumio Beauty House, he was very kind enough to help us with the hair for this new series on our channel. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Our the sewing area, it kind of looks a little plain. It's on its way of decorating. We actually bought a shelf from IKEA, which was freaking cheap. I learned my lesson. There's a reason why it's cheap, okay?
What the heck?
It's right over there. Struggle for about an hour, and we're like, sis, this is not worth our time. I'm gonna actually try once more, okay? I'm gonna give IKEA one more chance. This whole video is about dissing IKEA or something. No, I love you, IKEA, but I was very disappointed with that.
You don't need skill to build a shell, okay? You just need your fingers, okay?
It's a little bit pissed, yes. I'm very pissed. But it's okay, Stu. It's gonna get pretty, okay? Don't worry. Okay, don't worry.
Okay, so for our first DIY in 2019, it goes to
Blackpink Jennie. You did it.
Sorry. She actually wore this dress during one of her performances for her solo music, and it's from Erdem, the designer that collaborated with H&M last year. I love her hairstyle. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the hair, sister.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see my sister in her long hair. It's gonna be a wig.
The wigs are snatched.
What part do you like the most when you design stuff?
Finishing part.
For me, it's sewing. I love drafting pattern and sewing, but I hate cutting the fabric. I love cutting the fabric.
Really? Then you can do the cutting fabric today. Okay. And I'll make the pattern, so okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta shut up.
Okay. Why are we so hyped?
I think we're hyped because we're very disappointed with the IKEA share.
Let's get this video started.
So I'll suggest our cuties to grab a dress that is a little bit form-fitting and has a dart on the bust. She has like a princess line here, which you needed in order to make the boob kind of like mold it like that. For the material, you'll need a black ribbon that is about 1.5 inch wide, 3 buttons and 3 pearls for the embellishments, about a yard of boning for holding the structure of the princess line, and an invisible zipper. This is an optional fabric, but for us, we seriously couldn't find embroidery fabric, so we decided to layer this 1.5 inch yard of shiny star pattern organza type of fabric on top of the main fabric. You will also need 1.5 yard of gray main fabric, and try to go for fabric with medium weight that can hold a structural shape. Now, using a tracing wheel, we're going to trace the heart shape of the dress neckline. Because I didn't really like the exaggerated shape of the neckline, I reduced the heart shape in 1/2 inch all around the neckline after the tracing. To have the exact waist measurement for the body's pattern, we're going to first measure the waist. Give a little extra since you're going to wear a shirt underneath the dress in the end. 1/4 of your waist measurement is going to be the width of the waist on the front body's pattern. I've also decided to reduce the chest width by 1/4 inch and redrew the side seam. To locate the princess line, we're going to measure the width between your apex, aka the nipples, then find the half of the measurement, and in this case, mine is 3.5 inch. Mark 3.5 inch on the waist starting from the center front and draw a perpendicular line from that point. Now measure the length starting from where you want the sweetheart neckline start and to the apex. Mine is about 2.5 inch, so I marked that length on the princess line starting from the top of the bodies. Let's call this mark apex. These 2 marks are mistakes, so please ignore. Thank you. Now cut the front bodies along the princess line and tape it on a new piece of paper. Grab your favorite bra and a small patch of fabric and place the fabric on top of that bra. Then you're going to see this fabric sticking up, which basically is an extra fabric that exists, which will in the end mold around the bra cup to create a nice flat surface. Simply pinch that fabric and mark those 3 notches with a pen. Then measure the distance between the marked notches, and in this case, mine is 1/2 inch. Going back to the front body's princess line, we're going to extend the princess line in width in 1/2 inch, which is the measurement we just measured. Then with free hand, draw this concave shape. Lastly, give 1/2 inch seam allowances all around except for the center front, which is going to be on fold. For the back piece, I simply traced the dress similar to how I did for the front bodies. To create the skirt pattern, we're going to draw a trapezoid shape with top width that is quarter of your waist plus 3/4 inch. The midsection of the trapezoid is going to be quarter of your hip measurement. Lastly, the bottom width is going to be your desired skirt width. Repeat the exact same step for the back skirt, and the only difference is top width of the trapezoid, which is an addition of 1.5 inch rather than 3/4 inch. For the hip, try to freehand a very slightly curved shape. Once you're done, give seam allowances accordingly. To draw waist darts for the front skirt, you're going to create this triangular shape that is located 3.5 inch from the center front at the waist. The triangle is going to be 3.5 inch in length and 3.1/8 inch in width between. The skirt is going to have a side slit that is located 4.5 inch from the bottom hem. For the back skirt waist dart, the triangle is again located at 3.5 inch from the center back, and the triangle is going to be 5.5 inch in length and 3.25 inch in width between. The back skirt is also going to have a side slit located 4.5 inch from the bottom hem. So here are the number of cuts to be made. Cut 1 of front bodies unfold, cut 2 of front side bodies, cut 2 of back bodies, cut 1 of front skirt unfold, and lastly cut 2 of back skirt. Repeat the exact same number of cuts for the lining and the outer fabric. This is an optional step, but it's best to create a prototype of the bodies before actually cutting the fabric, just in case there needs to be an alteration. For mine, it fitted perfectly, so thankfully, no alteration were needed. When sewing the darts, it's easier to sew them if you retrace the waist darts onto the fabric with either a pencil or a chalk. Fold the darts in half like so, then pin it in place and use the traced pencil line as a guideline when sewing the darts together. The darts shall look something like this, and repeat these steps for all the darts in the front and back waist. Now place the front and back skirts together and sew the side seams together in 1/2 inch. For the side slit, we're going to iron the raw hem in 1/2 inch and sew it in place in one go, creating this unfinished rectangular shape. For the bodies, sew the front princess lines together in 1/2 inch. Once you're done, sew the side seams together in 1/2 inch. Then sew the waist together in 1/2 inch. Next, we're going to create the casings for the boning on the princess line. Make sure the boning is 1/2 inch shorter than the actual length of the princess line. The casing should be 3 times the size of the width of the actual boning and 3/4 inch longer than the length of the boning. Fold the casings in such a way so that the each ends meet together at the center, and then pin it on top of the princess line. Then sew them in place and shove in the boning through the casings like so. Now the bonings will perfectly support the shape of the cup on the dress. Boobies! The instructions for sewing the outer fabric pieces together is exactly same as the main fabric. Once you're done, secure it on top of the main fabric using the pins. Then place the lining on top of the dress with correct sides facing together and sew just the top perimeter. Now you have 3 layers of fabric attached together. By the way, when you're sewing the top perimeter, make sure to leave 1/2 inch unsewn because this is where we'll have to sew the zipper in. Attach the invisible zipper only on the top 2 layers of the fabric but not on the lining. To create a ribbon, cut a ribbon strip that is 10 inch in length and then fold it like so that they are about 1 inch overlapped. Secure it in place and then pinch the ribbon in the center to create these little shapes and secure with a needle and a thread. Lastly, add your pearls and buttons and ta-da! So beautiful! For finishing the hem, simply fold it in 1/2 inch once and 1 inch once and sew it in place. Repeat the exact same step for the lining as well, then you're finished!
20 minutes later.
Hi, cuties.
Okay,
We
time
arrived.
for transformation.
Here's our DIY. We just need to go and get her hair done.
Oh yes, oh my god.
Captain Jose, he sent us a message that he found a wig.
A wig for snatch. I'm a little bit scared. What if the wig looks funny? Because I have to wear like this and go to the studio.
Seaweed.
And this is Jennie.
Jennie, 살려주세요. 이게 뭐야?
익숙해질 거야.
What is this?
Okay, we're putting the pins. Putting more pins there. Thank you, Captain Jose.
Excuse me, where's my sister, bitch? Oh, Q1, where's my Q1? Q1, where's Q1?
12 seconds later.
I'm back. Sister, are you trying to be like a rock and roll? So hope you cuties enjoyed this video, and we hope you cuties enjoyed this little twist on DIY K-pop culture. I think it really totally gave the feel than just your regular hair. Jennie's fans gonna hate me, sister. No. I'm not saying like you are Jennie. I'm just saying like it gives the DIY K-pop closet more, you know, more effort to it. Yeah, right? We put more effort. Yeah. Like, it's gotta be my friend. Her name's Emily. You gotta give it back next Wednesday. Oh, okay, Captain Jose. We wanna say a massive thank you to Captain Jose for finding this wig for us and then doing all that jazz on me. Without him, this Jennie look wouldn't have been like a complete look. Yeah, it would be like 80%. Yeah. So if you could just ever go to the Lumio Beauty House and mention Q2 Twins, Captain Jose will be very happy enough to give you guys 30% discount on anything. Like literally anything. Yeah, so make sure to take advantage of it. Yes. And if there's any other K-pop idol outfits and hair that you cuties want us to do it, please let us know in the comments below. It could be male too, right? We can try male. So it's gonna be more like a stage outfit. DIY K-pop closet is more like a stage outfit. Yes. Yeah, so give us some good reference or anything. Yeah, we'd like to challenge us. We're trying to recreate. So our New Year's resolution is actually working. Yes. Right? Yes. We're just gonna keep up this shit, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.